It's time. It's time for Burning Man 2023. Just getting there this year wasn't easy. Climate protesters were blocking roads to protest climate change, in the desert. So let's watch as these protesters get their attitudes adjusted.
Get out! On the ground! All of you on the ground now! Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
No one has a gun.
We have no weapons at all.
Officer, will you tell me where
We're environmental protesters.
Will you listen to these children? Look, hey stupid, stop blocking traffic. Grown-ups have things to do. Falls under fair use as it's a parody. If you don't have a sense of humor, go. Welcome. Is this my reality? Is this your reality? Welcome to Not My Reality. Let's talk about Burning Man. What is Burning Man? Well, this year 70,000 people have descended upon a very bleak stretch of Nevada's Black Rock Desert for what is perhaps the largest celebration of hedonism on the entire planet. Think Aleister Crowley's do as thou wilt philosophy. Burning Man, it's been described as a dystopian hellscape, and people say that description is not too far from the truth. So, from August 25th to September 5th, Labor Day weekend, revelers, if that's what you want to call them, from all over the world will dance, carouse, and express themselves in a temporary city that's been created entirely by its citizens. So about 30 years ago, Burning Man, it began as a small beach gathering in San Francisco. I think there were about 12 people there at the time. Not really sure. Initially, this was held during the summer solstice, but it quickly took on a life of its own and was moved to Nevada in 1990. Ever since then, this 8-day party has not stopped growing, and people literally fly in from all over the world to witness one of the most bizarre spectacles in America. For us to say that Burning Man is weird, look, that's just not doing it justice. In this very isolated corner of the Black Rock Desert, you will find nudists, and lots of them, palm readers, neo-pagans, ecosexuals, witches, sorcerers, shamans, New Age gurus, goddesses, Satanists, polyamorists, and just about every other type of fetish you can possibly imagine. Yeah, a fucking weirdos convention. Hey, do what you want to do, but look, if you're going to put it on in public, hey, what do you want me to do? The reason the festival is called Burning Man is because of a gigantic effigy that is burned towards the end of the 8-day celebration. Nobody's physically harmed during the burning of this enormous wicker man, but it does seem to parallel some human sacrifices that the Druids would do in ancient times. We're going to get to this, the origins of this weird ritual coming up, and what the wicker man really is. Support this channel, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, smash that notification bell, please. It's really going to help us out, because for some reason YouTube really doesn't like us. We're not doing good in the algorithm.
We're kind of screwed here.
Tens of thousands remain stranded after torrential rains led to a total lockdown of the annual festival in the remote Nevada desert. Dust turning to a mucky, messy mud.
Be careful what you wish for. Fun turns to disaster at the Burning Man Festival. At least one person died and tens of thousands of people were left stranded in a quagmire after the torrential downpours in the Nevada desert turned the annual Burning Man Festival into a disaster. Videos are popping up everywhere on social media, from scenes showing burners struggling across the wet gray-brown site, with some using trash bags as makeshift boots. Several others were also shown stuck in the dense mud. There was a post from platform user Nick Mandu. He uploaded a lengthy tweet which called the festival the Devil's Playground. He went on to explain how awful the situation at the desert currently was. They said the porta potties were unusable following the heavy rainfall, which led to people defecating and peeing in unhealthy conditions. People were told to save their water and food to avoid dehydration and starvation. Concerning levels of carbon monoxide were let out into the air, with the excessive drug usage also taking place. I don't know what that means. How does... whatever. And the news thinks it's important to report this. Celebrity DJ Diplo. Okay, number one, I don't really think that's a celebrity. Okay, but that's just me. And what kind of name is Diplo to begin with? Anyway, he was among the many who chose to get the f*** out of there when this stuff started happening. So after a 6-mile walk through the mud with his thumb out, the musician said that a fan picked him up, and comedian Chris Rock. How is Chris Rock always involved in something like this? Isn't he married? Why didn't he just stay home? Right? And the two of them ended up stowing away in the back of a pickup truck as they fled this crazy scene.
Even comedian Chris Rock and DJ Diplo.
Somebody still.
The performer posting about the ordeal on social media.
We walked 3 miles now. We got, I think, 5 more.
Making it out after hiking for miles and then getting picked up by strangers.
So as mud covers the ground at the Black Rock Festival site in Nevada, officials are investigating the death at Burning Man, and thousands are stranded there. And get this, authorities have ordered people to shelter in place. Hey, maybe you lucky people, maybe you'll be so lucky that FEMA will show up. You know they'll take care of you. Ugh. So what is the Burning Man Festival? Well, I'm going to tell you what it is. This is nothing more than a reenactment of an ancient Druid blood human animal sacrifice ceremony. It's called the Druid Wicker Man. It's the same as the Burning Man. Don't get it confused. This is where they constructed an enormous wicker cage made in the image of a giant. Yes, there were giants. Giants existed, but that's another video. Now, they filled it with live human beings and or animals, sometimes both, and then they set the whole damn thing on fire. It was a blood sacrifice to the giants, the Nephilim. It was some of the first recorded human holocausts. Pay close attention, people. It could have something to do with Maui, California, or Canada, all these other fires going on. But fire sacrifice, including that of children to Moloch in the Bible, and the burning of effigies, is undoubtedly one of the oldest and most widespread forms of pagan and indeed human worship. This is where you got to pay close attention. Now, these fire sacrifices, traditionally the burning of a human effigy, this was intended to create a spirit messenger. Get it? A spirit messenger, conjuring, to connect the celebrants with energies and powers which ordinarily would be way beyond their control. Why? The question is why? Why is there all this symbolism if it means nothing, if these people don't believe in it? Are these rituals like the Burning Man, like the NFL halftime show, like all these award shows and everything else we see in mass media, is this just harmless entertainment, or is there more to it? Are they conjuring, I know the word demon drives people crazy and all that, entities? Are they speaking to things that we just don't understand at the moment? Even though the people that organize this festival, they claim it's not religious in nature at all, I gotta call them out because they're full of it there, right? There are several elements that appear regularly at this festival that are firmly rooted in idolatry. Number one is they have a 70-foot long, 7-headed red metal dragon on wheels named for the ancient Egyptian god of Braxis. This is clearly intended to reference Satan as described in the Christian book of Revelations. The festival also featured a papier-mâché sculpture of Lord Shiva, a Hindu god described as the cosmic ecstatic dancer. I have no idea what that means, but anyway. And the grand finale, this weird-ass festival is a ceremony in which a large wooden effigy of a man is burned. This ceremony was referred to among the Druids back in the day as the Wicker Man. This symbolism got so intense that last year a 41-year-old man committed suicide by throwing himself into the flames of the Burning Man effigy. Whether you believe in God, Satan, you believe in entities, or you're an atheist and you don't believe in anything at all, it's clear that the founders, the people that put on these events, like this one right here, like Burning Man, like the Super Bowl halftime show, oh, I said Super Bowl, oh, all those award shows, everything we see in Hollywood, the symbolism is all there everywhere. There are elements of Satanism. They're clearly present in this modern day gathering, in these events they put on. And here's one little, why would they do this, okay? The site where they had Burning Man, it's carefully designed in a semicircle contained within the Pentagon. But when viewed from the air, it becomes clear that the angles are connected by lines creating, guess this? Of course, a pentagram, the universal symbol for witchcraft and black magic. Look, I don't know why they do these things. I don't know why rich people go and spend hundreds to thousands of dollars to sit in a pool of feces and act like a bunch of weirdo hippies just groping on each other. I don't know, but there's a reason they do it, and we keep falling for it. Hey, we've all seen horror movies. We know what happens when you conjure things. Nothing good comes from it. These people, just stop it, all right? Just stop it with your nonsense. Do something else. I've had enough. These people weirded me out. Let's get the fuck out of here. I need a shower.